With the game coming closer to release, people keep digging more infos with the game, like how the gacha works, the device requirement, how to steal your mom's credit card to get more pulls for yen, but most importantly, how to not break your account just like me doing CBT2. Lucky for you guys, I'm willing to help you to avoid the same mistakes that I did, especially if you are free-to-play players that want to play the game effectively. But you know what else is free? It is to hit that subscribe button, because 90% of you guys haven't even subscribed yet every time you watch my video, so if you can do that, it will be very appreciated. Anyway, now that we know the topic of the video, let's just jump to number 1 on the list, the most important part when you play any gacha games, no matter if it is Wuthering Wave, if it is Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, PGR, Honkai Impact, I don't care. Rule number 1, always use your stamina before it caps. As you know, stamina is a limited resource in gacha games like this. It is the main resource that you need in order for you to make any progress in your account, and the only way to get more stamina is just by waiting for it to fill by itself over the time. Sure, you can use your gems to refill your stamina, but let's be real, not everyone here is a whaler, and even if you are a whaler, you can only refill up to 5 times only every day. So it's still pretty much very limited. It takes 6 minutes to get 1 stamina in CBT2, in here we call the stamina as wave plates, and you can keep a total of 240 wave plates, so it needs pretty much 24 hours or a day to fill up from 0 up to 240. So just make sure you keep logging every day to keep your stamina from overflowing. But now that you know you need to always spend your stamina, here comes another question. Where should I invest my stamina into? Should I put it all into my gear? Should I put it into character skill? Or should I just dump it all into the weapon? Now here comes another point on the list. It is do not level up your echo till you get at least gold rarity echo. So for those who didn't know, echo is our equipment system here in Wuthering Waves. Each echo has rarity, same thing like what you have seen in any RPG games. We have green, blue, purple, and then gold rarity of echoes. All that you need to remember is do not overly invest it to lower the echoes, such as green, blue, or maybe even purple. You are not going to use those echoes anyway in high level content, and even if you end up using them as an XP fodder for the gold echo later, you still only get less XP. So the best thing you want to do with echo is to unlock the gold rarity echo first, before you put all of your level up materials into your echo. But back to question number 1, where should we spend our stamina? You can literally farm anything, you can farm level up materials, skill materials, weapon materials, all are needed. But again, after you farm those materials, you don't really want to spend them to lower rarity echo. Sure, you can level up 1 or maybe 2 sets of echo for your main DPS and sub DPS character, just for temporarily, but don't level up every single one of them for the whole team. That would be a waste, because based on my experience in CBT2, the requirement to unlock gold echo didn't take that much time to unlock, and I don't think they will change the requirement even in the release build, so you can pretty much take my words for this case. Now that you know how to spend your stamina and level up your echoes, here comes another question. What kind of team should you build, or which elemental team that you should build first? Now again, if you don't care about meta, the answer for this question is always obvious in any gacha games. Of course, you just level up anyone that you think is fun to play. But if you want to progress faster to clear the content in the game, especially getting more gems, I will give you the general idea. The next mistakes that you want to avoid is to build your team based on hologram bosses. So another brief introduction for those who didn't know, in CBT2 we have 3 kinds of endgame content, which is hologram, Depths of Elusive Realm, which is a roguelike game mode, and then Tower of Adversity, in short DOA, which is the spiral abyss type of content. What you need to focus on to clear here is the Tower of Adversity, which gives you a stable amount of gems income because it will refresh its reward periodically, while hologram is pretty much one time only, and for the roguelike game mode, only requires 1 character for you to clear, so pretty much very easy to clear if you have at least 1 DPS build, which should be given to any players that plays the game. If they change the rules, or maybe you have a new game mode later, the key is to always focus on the game mode that refresh its reward periodically, especially if the rewards includes premium gacha currencies. Now that you know we need to focus on Tower of Adversity, how do we build our team around it? Again, if you didn't know, each bosses or each enemy has its own elemental resistance, so what you need to do at the very least, check out the list of the enemies here, and make sure that you don't use a character with the same element as the enemy's elemental resistance. For example, if we fight against Morning Eggs here, do not use Rufer to fight against it unless you are looking for a challenge, I guess, because Morning Eggs has a spectral elemental resistance, and Rufer is a spectral character. Same case with Jian. Don't go to Kuro support page and blame why he is doing less damage than Rufer against the monkey boss, because the monkey boss has arrow damage resistance, and Jian is an arrow character. Obviously, by the end of the day, you need to level up a lot of other characters in order to clear all of these stages, but doing it in the right order based on the enemies that you are facing early on will benefit you to clear some of these stages early, which then also help you to get more gems to pull for your character. So yeah, that's pretty much all the information that I want to share based on CBT2. There might be some changes when the game releases, and I will make sure to do any updates if there is any change, but the key point and the biggest problem that unfortunately even I cannot help in order for you to clear the game is if you have a skill issue.